はい、皆さん、こんにちは。This is Unit 7.2. In the previous lesson, 7.1, we learned about this special expression called extra modest expressions. So we learned that when we talk about ourselves, like I am somebody or my name is something, to someone who's higher social status than you, we learned that we should be using extra modest expressions to kind of lower ourselves to show respect to the person you're talking to. Under the similar concept, we're going to learn this new concept of humble expressions. So humble expressions are what we use when we talk about our own actions, especially the actions that's directed at somebody who's higher social status than you. If we translate it to English, it will be something like, I humbly do something for you, to you. This, how to make it is we take the verb stem, we kind of sandwich it with o and suru, or verb stem suru. This will make your action humble. Okay, so I think second example is easier now. お客様. That's a customer, like dear customer. お客様に傘をお貸しします。お貸しします. So 貸す to lend, that's the normal verb. We take the verb stem 貸し お貸しします. That's I humbly or we humbly lend umbrellas to the customer. Because in the service industry, basically customers are considered to be more powerful or higher social status than the staff. So お客様 profile has been raised by making 貸す into the humble expression. 先生に本をお借りします。お借りします。Because what you do, borrowing a book from a teacher, the person involved in your action, your teacher, you are showing respect to your teacher by making your action to borrow into the humble expression. お借りします。The first one is simply just a past tense. 昨日、先生に駅でお会いしました。So again, 会う to meet someone, that also involves a person. And who you meet, the object, the target of your action is sensei. So you're showing respect to your sensei by saying お会いしました。Finally, this one is a little irregular. Look at this. This is ご説明します. It's not お, it's ご説明します。スミス様に英語でご説明します. I'll humbly explain it to you in English, Mr. Smith. Okay. So probably Smith-sama is somebody of like a customer who doesn't speak Japanese. So humbly explain it to you, Mr. Smith, in English. So 説明する, this kind of like kanji plus する verbs, like 説明する or 案内する, these verbs, not all of them, but they tend to take ご instead of お. So ご説明します. This is a bit irregular, so there's a few exceptions like this, but basically speaking, all of verb stem する, this can make your action humble. So a few examples of the conjugation will be, for example, 会う to meet. The verb stem is 会い, because how you take the verb stem is we first make it into ます form, 会います. If we take the ます, you can get the verb stem. So 会い, so お会いする, that's humble. Humbly meet someone. 貸す to lend, 貸します. The verb stem is 貸し. So お貸しする, humbly lend something to somebody. 借りる to borrow, 借ります. That's the ます form. Stem is 借り, so お借りする, humbly borrow something. So this is a way to make your action towards somebody of a higher social status sound more humble. So humble expressions, some of the verbs do not follow this all verb stem plus suru. You can basically make many verbs under this rule, but some verbs have special humble versions. And these are もらう, あげる, and 行く and 聞く. So if you remember もらう and あげる, these are the giving and receiving verbs. もらう, あげる. 行く, 聞く, they also take special form うかがう. So these have this special humble expression いただく, 差し上げる, and うかがう. Look at the first example. 先生においしいお茶をいただきました. in a normal sentence, it should be もらう to receive. I received a good tea from my teacher. もらいました. But because the sensei, the person should be respected here, so it's made into いただきました. This is corresponding to もらう. あげる社長、ハワイのお土産を差し上げます. President, I'm gonna give you a souvenir from Hawaii. So again, in the normal sentence, should be あげる、ハワイのお土産をあげます. But since president should be higher social status than you, you are showing respect by making your あげる action into 差し上げる, humbly give you. Finally, 先月、部長の家に伺いました. Now it's supposed to be 部長の家に行きました. But 部長, if your 部長 or department manager is more powerful or your superior than you, then it should be 伺いました because your action should be made humble. So yeah, this is a good comparison of the normal expression versus the humble version. So if it's 先生にお茶をもらいます、もらう should be made into いただく。先生にお茶をいただきます。部長にプレゼントをあげます。あげる will be made into 差し上げます。humbly give. Finally, this is 聞く。先輩に意見を聞きます。So 聞く。Since your senpai is usually older than you and in a company or school, should be considered a little bit more highly in a higher social status or rank than you. So usually should be respected. 意見を聞きます。should be made into 伺います。humbly ask for 先輩's opinion. 先輩に意見を伺います。So normally, all verbs 転する can apply to many verbs, but just for these verbs, remember to make them into the special humble expressions.